Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. So, I promised the moon, and I will deliver this episode, hopefully. Yeah, I did a couple more of those tests, just testing a couple of parts out, some radial decouplers, and some radial engines as well, actually, that we've actually got here. I think we unlocked them. There they are. So I did a couple of tests, got a bit of science with the Science Junior just around Kerbin, namely in the sea and on the launch pad, and yeah, got enough science to unlock the fuel lines this time. And also, among other parts, the too hot thermometer, which you can see there. So basically, yeah, this is so we can get maximum science on the moon. I also accepted a couple more quests. So we've got the Explore the Moon one, which we had last time, and then we've got Perform Visual Surveys of the Moon near several different zones. So I suppose if we land at one of those, we can do that survey, which would be good. Without further ado, let us launch. Now it is worth saying, of course, that since the last episode, the Kerbal Space Program Better Than Ever update has been released. So it does mean that there are a couple more things that are more kind of yeah, I don't want this thing to break apart because I haven't unlocked the struts yet. Yeah, there are a couple of things that have changed. Also hope those engines don't explode. A couple of different missions, stuff like that, and that will have some effect, but as you can see, all the buildings are still fine, everything's upgraded, and so it shouldn't affect our progress in any way, I don't think. So yes, let's switch this to orbit mode, because we'll need that in a minute. So yeah, if you've noticed, this is actually asparagus stage, that's why I wanted the fuel lines. So that should provide us with much greater efficiency as we approach the moon. Oh gosh! That was terrible. Let's revert to vehicle assembly and add some separatrons on there, shall we? There we go. Away! Yeah, let's hope it doesn't tear itself apart. So yeah, that should give us... Anyway, the asparagus staging should give us greater efficiency as we're lifting off. With the liquid-fueled engines, at least. So that's good. I have managed to get to the moon before without asparagus staging, but it's very, very difficult. So if you can manage to get the fuel lines before you go to the moon, that I find is the best solution. Or, I mean, one other option you can do is you can just fly near the moon and not land, because that's the difficult part, is landing and taking off again and all that jazz, having enough fuel to get back. You can just send a probe out there to orbit the moon, grab some science, either transmit it or bring it back to Kerbin. Ah, there we go, perfect. And yeah, you can probably get enough science to unlock the fuel lines that way. Anyway, that said, you can see some of these on the left, some of the fuel bars are depleting quicker than others, and that's because of the asparagus staging thing. And once I stage the first stage, and if you haven't seen asparagus staging before, you will notice that all of them, all of the remaining bars appear to fill up again, which is very cool. Are we ready? Go! There we go, they all filled up again. Good. So, with regards to what boosters I've got on the bottom here, all the obviously I had solid rocket boosters, the BACC ones, I think. Start doing that gravity turn. Yeah, around the edge, and then I have LVT 30s around the outside of the asparagus staging, or on the outside, and then we've got an LVT 45 in the middle for thrust vectoring. So that is excellent. And I'm going to make sure we get enough of a curvature so that we don't just go into a massive high ballistic arc. Yes, and then on our transfer stage in the middle here, you can see lighting up green, it is another LVT 45, nice thrust vectoring again, and then we have an LVT 900, something like that. Yeah, sorry, LV909, that's the one. In our kind of landing and return to Kerbin stage. Now, yeah, the best thing is usually to do the attitude adjustment and the burn to the moon in the same maneuver, but I don't think that's going to happen this time. So we're going to do attitude adjustment on the descending node here, and then we can do a maneuver after that. There we go. Ascending velocity because we're at descending node. Come on, be nice. Hate that when the nodes hide themselves. Okay, especially when you zoomed out, that's really annoying. Okay. So that's good, and then we're going to add another maneuver node on the predicted path of this maneuver node, and we're going to burn outwards. Aha! So that's where we're going to have our encounter, about here. I love how it changes colour, how you get a different colour when you add one like that. Okay, so what's that periapsis? 222,000 meters. That's good. Well, good-ish. It's alright. Ideally, we could be a little bit closer. That's... I mean, that's not closer, but it's at a nicer kind of angle. Oh, that'll do, I guess. I think we'll be fine when we get over there. So, we need to maneuver our craft into a position where... By the way, I love this little arrow in the nav ball. You can see the little blue arrow. Well, you could for a minute there. That tells you where your target vector is. That's very, very good. I remember before I was kind of like moving around the nav ball searching for it whenever I was doing a transfer. That was funny. But yeah, this is only a 1 second burn for the attitude adjustment. I mean, it's not a huge difference either. It's only 0.5 degrees. It's no big deal. But if we can get it on 0, it just makes things easier. It makes it easier to get a nice stable orbit around the moon. So let's time accelerate towards our point. Come on. One thing you'll notice I haven't got, or you may have noticed, you may not, is that I don't have solar panels. And that is, well, it's not something that I'm too happy about, but I was too impatient, okay, to get any more science. So yeah, I just sent Jeb up here with a load of batteries. I mean, the batteries do recharge with whenever these engines fire. I don't think they recharge with the LV909. We're getting towards this burn now. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, so I don't think they recharge with that. And that needs adjusting a little bit. Pull it a bit closer. There we go. Very nice. Yes, but actually, let's pull that out a little bit. A little bit more. There we go. Good. But yeah, we've got these two engines, and by the time we're on the moon, we won't need that much power anyway. Because I mean, if you transmit like surface sample data and stuff back, you don't get as much, and so like as much science for it. So we won't be doing that. This one we want to be about 36 seconds in front. So let's just time accelerate towards that. Come on. I tell you, 6 seconds feels like an age sometimes. It doesn't when you're late for the vector, but it does when you're early. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna thrust on this, and it's gonna be almost exactly the same estimated burn if this fuel runs out, which it probably won't because it's only one thruster using it. Now then. But yeah, we do have this one, and it's probably going to be overkill. We're probably going to have a load of fuel left in this fuel tank here by the time we get over to the moon. But no matter. Looks like we're right on time anyway, about halfway down the fuel, with half the time to go. And we are slowly approaching our target velocity. Come on. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's just me stalling, because there is nothing else to do while I'm, like, doing this burn. Okay, that's about as close as it's going to get, I think. And now we are on to the moon. So, I should have made an action group for this, I think, but I'm going to turn this off. I'm not sure whether it'll make much of a difference, but yeah, we're going to turn the reaction wheels in both the command pod and this, the other reaction wheel in here off, just to conserve power. I'm not sure how much power it will conserve, but it might just help. I don't know. Yeah, it says full electric charge, but it might change when we D-time accelerate. I don't know. Anyway, here we are, the moon. Come on, moon. Yeah, the orbit will change shape. There we go. And now we're going to reactivate those reaction wheels. Toggle torque. There we go. And toggle torque. Now, can we get a crew report? We can. Let's transmit that. I'm sure we've got the power. Yep, we've got some. So actually, that is one of our things done. Achieve orbit around the moon. Yes, of course, we've actually got to get into orbit. That is an important factor here. Actually, we ended up being a lot further out from the moon than I predicted. But no matter. Yep, we can get that sort of an orbit. Very nice equatorial orbit, I think. And let's just find this node so that we can get away. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to... Whoops. We're gonna have to accelerate to where the node is. Come on. Oh gosh. Haha. That was a problem. This is a problem. Okay. Hang on a second. Oh, that's way past the moon. We accelerated a little bit too much there.